shall we have a debate as to who the greatest generation is? Let's not. It's all over the internet. People debating who's better, the millennials, Gen X, Gen Z, the baby boomers. But I did come across some interesting data that does speak to my generation, the Gen Xers, and how we've kind of gone about managing money, buying houses, living life. And I thought I'd share it with you because I do think we're kind of awesome. That's taking nothing away from all the other generations. But let's jump into it. Here we've got 10 points that talk about Gen X. Number one, around 72% of Gen Xers own a home. In 2022, Gen X owned 33% of all real estate in the U.S., while baby boomers obviously own more at 43%. The collective net worth of Gen X in the U.S. is around $42 trillion, which is 26% of the total wealth in this country, making Gen X the second wealthiest generation, obviously behind the baby boomers. 3. Gen X, which are those of us born between 1965 and 1980, has been called the Latchkey generation, right? Because many were left caring for themselves after school while their parents worked. We'd get home, pop in that key, pop in a Hot Pocket, and then go out and play with our friends. 4. Gen X was impacted by a divorce rate that more than doubled during our youth. And more women entered the workforce with the rise of dual-income households. 5. Gen Xers have a lower divorce rate than other generations because we tend to wait longer to get married or just choose not to marry at all. 6. 45% of Gen Xers have not done any retirement planning, ouch, and 66% worry that they won't grow their workplace retirement plan as much as they'd hoped, which does imply that we will work longer and later in life, and most likely stay in our homes longer. 7. Gen Xers are the first generation for whom 401k plans are the norm. The first generation on our own to save for retirement rather than having an employer handle the task. 8. We Gen Xers have already begun inheriting part of the $80 trillion generational wealth transfer from our grandparents, from our parents. And sometimes this could be the homes of our parents or grandparents that help provide this retirement funding. That is a huge amount of wealth transfer that will be going on over the next decade. And number 9, increases in the life expectancy of us Gen Xers means the retirement stakes are higher as we may live longer than the boomers, especially with all the technology and data that comes out on health issues. And finally, number 10, Gen X holds the largest share of global spending power at 24%. In the U.S., we had an average annual expenditure of $96,000 per year, which is the highest of all generations. So this is always changing. All generations are fantastic, but this does show not to forget about Gen Xers and the wealth transfer that is coming our way, and it's going to be passed on to millennials and Gen Z. So, hope you guys found this Gen X update informative. Gen X.